Welcome back to We Are Austin. Programming the course of cancer and diabetes, Genprex is on the cutting edge of technologies to address the biggest health concerns facing the population today. Ryan Confer, CFO of Genprex, is joining me today to share how they're pioneering diabetes treatment and more. Ryan, good morning to you. Thanks for joining us.
Good morning.
This is a great discussion. You really are pioneering this technology, this ability to really improve people's lives and improve health. Tell us a little bit about Genprex in general.
Yeah, so we're an Austin-based company. We've been here since 2009. We've been focused on gene therapies specifically for large patient populations, diabetes and cancer.
That's amazing. So people have probably heard that out there, especially in the medical community or just in the news, gene therapy. But what is it exactly? Yeah,
so it's a technique in which you modify a person's genes to treat or potentially cure disease. Typically, gene therapies are associated with more rare diseases. However, we have novel approaches to treat both cancer and diabetes, which, wide-scale issues.
Yeah, and that's a great point and perfect segue. In fact, how much of a need is there for diabetes treatment? It is quite a health concern in the U.S. especially.
Yeah, so real quick on our cancer side, we've been addressing lung cancer. We have 2 clinical trials. Both of them have FDA Fast Track designation, so we have a lot of experience in the gene therapy field. But diabetes in particular is just it's an epidemic. 37 million Americans have diabetes. It's estimated 96 million Americans have prediabetes, and over 500 million people worldwide have diabetes. Unfortunately, insulin was a treatment first introduced in 1922.
Oh, wow.
So it's been around for about 100 years. Right. And we really feel that there are significant improvements that could be made to treatment regimen for diabetic patients.
Yeah, options are always great, especially as we kind of continue to catch up with technology and things are moving so quickly. What are some of the treatments that you're working on and developing?
Yeah, so we have 2 gene therapies in diabetes. One is focused on type 1 diabetics, which is about 5 to 10% of people with diabetes. And in that specific instance, it's the person's own immune system that's attacking beta cells that produce insulin.
Wow.
We have a program called GPX002. And we have our gene therapy. We're able to deliver very locally to the pancreas through an endoscopic procedure. And these 2 genes transform alpha cells into beta-like cells that are able to reproduce insulin again.
Wow, that's fascinating work.
Yeah, it's really exciting.
It really is probably changing the game for patients especially. Can you speak to how this is really improving options for patients?
So we're not quite there yet in patients. We have data so far in mice, humanized mice, and looking at pancreatic islet cells. But the data has been really compelling. We recently had data announced at a conference in Berlin where we had 8 non-human primates, and we statistically, with statistical significance, showed that we were able to reproduce beta cells in these monkeys where they had no beta cells before.
Wow.
And that more importantly, these beta cells were actually producing their own insulin.
Wow.
Yeah, so the hope and goal is that, we're still an early stage company in preclinical setting. Obviously, we'll need to refine the technology a bit, but our hope is that we can provide a treatment that is able to produce long-lasting insulin production, glucose stabilization for humans.
That could be life-changing for patients when you get to that stage. It's a very big deal.
Significantly, and we think it offers some hope to the existing insulin-based therapies that are out there today. And we see everywhere just the rise of insulin costs, and it's really affecting everybody. And so we think this has the potential to be, highly disruptive in the marketplace.
That's a great constructive disruption. We love it very much. That is so cool. And you mentioned as well, cancer is on your radar as well.
We have a program for lung cancer. Our drug is called Recorsa. We have 2 clinical trials focused on non-small cell lung cancer, another one opening up in small cell later this year. But that program is really unique because we have a non-viral delivery mechanism. And essentially what we're doing is there are these tumor suppressor genes that we have in our body. In lung cancer, we find that over 80% of lung cancer patients are missing this one tumor suppressor gene. We're simply just reintroducing it back into the body. So it's attacking cancer at its core like it was meant to do. and it has three key functions. It stifles cancer cell proliferation. It induces apoptosis, which is a process that allows cancer cells to go through programmed cell death. And it also stimulates the immune system, so it helps your body combat the cancer as it was meant to do.
Wow, that is incredible news. And there's something extra special to know that this is an Austin-based effort that's happening right here in our own backyard, which is really cool. Congratulations, I guess, is a great word to use for this incredible research that you're. Is it exciting? Are you feeling?
We're super excited about it. I mean, we have a long-standing history with MD Anderson. We've been working with them since 2009. And we have a long-standing relationship with the University of Pittsburgh in Pennsylvania. I'm originally from Pennsylvania, so I feel like we have great research coming out of both those states for our programs.
That's very exciting. If people want to learn a little bit more about the work that you're doing, what's the best way to catch up with you and learn more?
So we have a ton of research listed on our website at genprex.com, genprex.com. And we have a lot of data coming up this year that we're excited about, and so hoping that we can make some serious change in people's lives.
Well, we can't wait to keep up with this. Please keep us on the radar as these developments that come through. It's exciting to have you here, and it's really exciting news for people out there. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thank you guys for having me.
It is our pleasure, and we'll be right back.